Because sometimes it gets hard that people have moved away, you know,
They always come back, though, it seems.
yeah, or they want to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's when you're comfortable and you know something. I think that's how for me, you know. And plus, you know, I have the band. And I want to leave the band, and I have a business too, so that works here, and I like doing it. So I got a job right out of high school, and I thought like out of high school I would leave, but when I got that job, I was so happy and fulfilled with the job, and I did really good at the job, you know, and I didn't know I would do good at a job, you know, and then it just got comfortable, you know, and then the bakery started.
What was your first job?
Well, I've had a job since the 7th grade, but the first job out of high school, I worked for American Express. I worked at the airport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, was it exciting because it was like the Honolulu International Airport?
Yeah,
that mystique.
I've always loved airports.
No, me too.
Yeah. So that was one thing, and then it just working for some company that was world known.
Right.
It was amazing, you know, and everything. There was always something American Express, you know, and something. So it was kind of neat working for them, and really a good company to work for, actually.
Is that where your travel bug started? Or is it because we have no roller coasters? Otto's really big on roller coasters.
I think that we don't have a lot of stuff here, and so like concerts don't always come here, so I'll go there to somewhere for a concert. And now like museums, and it's just like it's just the culture in restaurants, you know, so I really research, and so I travel to be able to do that. I've been to many Lollapaloozas over the years. You know, now
you're still into those festivals?
Festival concerts, and because I used to work at Golden Voice, that helped an awful lot too, to even, you know, to realize I could even travel. I think working at Golden Voice, because they used to fly me to LA, you know, and then I was like, well, that's easy. They're flying me to work. Why don't I could just fly somewhere? And now I've come to meet people, and they'll let me stay on the couch. So that helps with hotel, you know. So it's been almost cheaper flying than being here to eat, you know. It's almost more expensive to be here.
Golden Voice used to have a Honolulu office, and that was Mari, Karen, Lauren worked there, Pat, too. There were a lot of people.
And Cindy, I don't know if you said Cindy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cindy.
So it was Rick and Paul, and
Moss.
Oh yeah.
Bringing a band here is not like in the mainland, where they're on a tour bus and they have all their equipment underneath, and they come here and they're not bringing that equipment. You're renting it all, so that's another cost. They're putting them up in a hotel, but they're in a bus, so you don't need to pay for that. And then there's airfares to get them here, you know. So it's.
But that was just, I mean, at the time it was just fun because I had a daytime job, and so being able to do something completely different from being in a room for 5 to 6 hours and then having to be in another room to just do office work, driving around or shopping, you know, it was always simple thrills, like somebody's rider.
I remember like advancing a show with the tour manager or the production manager, and they'd want something on the rider, and I knew we couldn't get it here. So what they would do is on the rider at the show in the mainland, they would double up. He would go in there before the band went in, grab it, and then put in his luggage and bring it over so they'd have it. So that's kind of, there was tricks, you know, back then. Now you're right, it's probably on Amazon.
Yeah.
Then that would have been a lot easier to shop everything on Amazon and have it delivered.
But now it's smarter too, because now the artists are more savvy, knowing that whatever's on the rider, it's probably pared down, because at the end of the tour or at the end of the billing cycle, it's coming out of their paycheck.
Oh yeah.
It's always they're paying for it. Yeah. It's not the management, which in turn they're paying all the bills.
Yeah, you settle artists at the end of the show. Yeah, if that's what they want, that's what they get, and they can take things out. And yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So how did you come into working with Golden Voice? How did you meet Mari, or maybe Lauren, or?
I met Karen. I did know Lauren, and I did know Mari, and I did start. You're right. It was back then, but it was like yourself, selling shirts for the artists,
merch,
merch, or taking tickets at the door, and little by little, I forgot about those days, and then
the grunt work,
and then I started being in a band, and then to have your band that do shows, I started putting on shows. And then from that, I learned an awful lot by just being in a band and putting on a show and how it went. Somebody was leaving, and I was there. I was actually going out there to do posters or something and pick up posters to put up posters for them. And they said, "Oh, Otto, do you know how to put on a show?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do shows every weekend." And they go, "Oh, well, you should apply." So I did, and I sat down to interview and got hired, and I did production in Hawaii for, I guess, 7 or 8 years, I guess. Yeah.
Because you were more involved with what they call about the back line, about the specs for the staging and the lighting.
I did dropped off tickets. I mean, I really did quite a bit. I did all the shopping because at that time we actually tried to save as much money as we could. At that time, like the period when I came in, it was all about saving money. So we even cut down on staff, like anything we could not, just so we could just pull off and break even. It was all, Rick was like, just break even, just break even.
So when Golden Voice, they had a put-up shop in Nimitz Hall or After Dark in the Nimitz Business Center.
Right.
That's what I remember. I remember
well, they were
Eric
in
was
King
one of the
Street
guys.
first. That's where I remember first starting working.
There were 2 King Street locations. One was across from the intermediate school. Was it Stevenson Intermediate?
Okay, that one I don't remember. That was the one before. And when they moved further down across from the
chop
Zippies.
suey place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's a massage parlor.
Is it?
Yeah. After we moved from King Street, we went to Mariners Ridge, and we actually had like the back of a house. We had like an apartment.
Okay.
Or a bottom of the house with a bathroom and everything. So we had a bathroom, and then Rick had a place to stay, so we didn't have to stay in the hotel. So we're even saving money. Then we moved out of that into an office to even make it cheaper. And we're on the McCully and King, on the 2nd floor. And we were there for quite a while.
Oh gosh. So I guess it's just every additional year is just, we're lucky. We're just lucky. You know?
Every moment is lucky.
Yeah.